All right, so welcome to Chop It Up for whatever day this is, the 13th of June in the year of our Lord and Savior 2023. This year is going by extremely fast.
Quickly.
Going by extremely fast.
Quickly.
My name is Kevin, host of the podcast. This is Chop It Up, where we do conversations about anything and everything, bring it up barbershop style, and we do it for your entertainment, enjoyment, and just because we can. I've introduced myself. I'll let my brothers introduce themselves, and we will jump into some topics for today because there's
yes,
a lot.
Sir. Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Let me help y'all young ones out. Just a little bit. Let me help y'all out. Y'all don't need to mortgage your future. You don't need to go bankrupt. You don't need to go into debt. Your family may be upset. That's okay. They'll be all right. If you want to go to a secluded area and get married and invite just a handful of folks in your families, do it. You want to go to Vegas, go ahead and do it. But I'll be John Brown if y'all going to pay $40,000 for a wedding when it's one day and you got the rest of your life. I heard somebody say on the radio yesterday.
Wait, is that the secret keeper? Is that the secret keeper?
Hey, a secret keeper. Yes, it is. Hey, I was on that bandwagon too, but I'll make it quick. I'll make it real quick. Yeah, don't do that, y'all. Just, hey, if you're more concerned about the wedding than you are the marriage, then you've got problems. I heard somebody say that yesterday.
You are completely
be more concerned about the marriage versus the wedding, and then you'll be all right. That's my 2 cents. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Listen, Darian
Lewis, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Happy to be here. Let's go.
Yes, you are
the secret keeper herself.
Yeah, I was sworn to say. Ash, I didn't even tell the fellas. They had no idea.
We were like, wait,
none.
They were like, wait,
none.
Bro, baby? Yeah.
Yeah, a whole child, a whole human.
I was like, I was like,
why would you keep an entire human being from us? Yeah, whatever. just hating on the family. Yeah, whatever. Just keep us out the loop. It's all good.
Oh, hey Tasha, if you're going to donate $40,000 or $49,000, let's go. Hey, I would gladly accept that donation. God, speak to my sister. Hey, here's the thing: it ain't going to a wedding. I can tell you that. Right now.
Our wedding wasn't that way either. Our wedding was like, look, we graduated from Rhema on Friday.
Right.
Saturday morning, we was like, we getting married. Well, we didn't say we getting married, but that's when we had scheduled it, right? We found a chapel. I think it was a Jesus Center or something in Tulsa.
Yo, that's where we did it. The Jesus Chapel or Jesus, wherever it was. Yes.
I think that's the name of it was.
Yes.
We had a wedding cake. We had a groom's cake. We had some peanuts. We had some mints. Not like the peppermint, like the little soft candy mints that they serve at every church.
Yeah. The little, I call them little communion mints.
Yep. Listen. And then we went and
the melt in your mouth mints.
Went down to Dallas, enjoyed our time down there.
Bro, that's exactly what Amy and I did.
Money.
It was DIY. Trust me.
Listen.
Do it yourself.
Listen. No.
Don't fault you at all. And look at you today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What we 27?
Yep, we just did 27. We just celebrated 27.
27? Woo! Yeah.
Congrats, brother.
That's like
Hey,
rare air these days.
Hey, just let everybody know there will be invitations sent out. And if you all don't get one, you'll be all right.
Oh.
You'll be okay. Just let you know.
Don't stop watching us.
Don't stop watching. I mean, we're still gonna be here. But if you don't get one, much love to you.
Much love.
Much love to you.
Only Tori. Hey, we still cool.
That's right, Amy. Did Amy make your veil?
I don't know nothing about veils, so I don't even know.
Okay. I remember that, but okay. Okay.
Hey, that was a secret. That was a secret to you and me, Kev.
Listen, all Kevin remember is yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All mine. Come here.
Hey, listen.
Hey, can you hurry up and say
Yes.
I do real quick? Let's go. Let's
Right.
go.
If you know us, you know we start stuff on time, right?
Right.
I am not my
Kev?
church started on time, my wedding started on time. Our flower girl came in the door walking right down the aisle because we was like, look, we ain't got time to wait. Listen,
Let's go.
Kev,
I was here now. We're gonna do this thing. Let's go.
Ashley doesn't know this little fact, but if she's listening, she does now. Amy literally had to say, y'all, he's not usually like this. I am sorry. I'm walking down and say, hey, y'all, let's go. Chop, chop. We are not going to be late. I don't care. It's 102 degrees. We need to go. You know what? Y'all don't have to show up. I'm going to the chapel anyway. I will see y'all there. I am not lying.
Hey.
Bro, I'm like, nah, y'all can be late if y'all want to. I need Amy, me, and the preacher. Y'all don't show up.
And that literally is it.
That's it.
You missed it.
Another witness. That's all I need is another witness.
That's it.
Y'all can be late if y'all want to.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, literally, we started the music.
Yeah.
And they walked in, the flower girl and her mom and friend walked in, and it was like, okay, get in line, just because we already at your part. Let's just keep walking.
Right. Let's go.
I love
Let's go. Right.
I am not mad at nobody.
Listen,
Not at all.
I am not for the wedding starting a half hour late.
Half hour?
Dude, you might remember there was one wedding that we waited for like an hour and a half and then it didn't pop off at all.
Oh, dude, I would have. Oh, it didn't pop off at all?
Wait, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I was at that one.
Oh, okay. But there was some things that had to be rectified before.
Right. Yeah, I was at the second one.
Okay. Yeah.
I was at the second one.
Kevin, you mean to tell me that you and Tarsha sat there for an hour and a half? I don't believe it.
We were supposed to do like their unification.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just a guest.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they'd have been out. They'd have been out.
That was my point. That's exactly my point.
Because I'll put it like this: if we a guest and we not tight like that, we come in because we go to the same church, we had class. Listen, y'all have fun. Enjoy your honeymoon. We'll see y'all when you get back. We'll hug you next when you are married, husband and wife.
Need any advice? Need any counseling? You know the number.
I got you.
We out.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't see you at the wedding. Oh, we were there. You weren't though, but I was there.
No, I remember that. I don't even remember how that whole thing even came up, but yeah.
The ex brought some information at the very last minute.
At the very last minute.
Why? Why?
It was ugly.
You talk about petty.
That boy just getting ready to say,
talk about
petty is that?
Full blown.
Right. Here's a good thing. That Brian,
it was completely
I'm telling you right now, there will be no bellhop. There will be no concierge. I ain't got no baggage laying anywhere.
Listen.
That is not. If anybody tries to bring up something, you lying. I mean, there's nothing there. There's none.
They and literally had, I mean, gave it in such a convincing way that they forced them to have to prove that they could legally marry.
Yep.
What?
That's beyond salty.
Yeah, they came with receipts.
Oh, they had receipts for days.
They had CVS receipts.
They had receipts for days.
It was
But
like,
they were holding on that to the last second. But that's petty. They could have done it at any. Ooh, that's so petty.
Yep.
The day of, the ceremony.
Yes.
I forgot the ceremony.
You know how hurt you have to be to hold on to that and to spring it at that point just so you can see the pain on the person's face? That's hurt. That's some serious hurt.
It's quite ugly. All the way around, it was quite ugly.
Gotta love those Christians.
Hey.
Hold on. Quotation.
Right. Gotta love those Christians. Yeah, man. That was man. I was not there for that.
Okay.
I did hear about it. I can't remember why I wasn't, but I wasn't able to make that. And I was at the second one though.
Yeah. And then I performed a wedding here in Phoenix, and the folks was about to make me mad because we had done it.
Morris.
What's up, Morris? We had scheduled it, what have you, but I had another event that I had like later on that day, and it was like, okay, we still had enough time where if you were a little late, I think they left the veil. Now, this wasn't even a full, this was not even we're getting married for the first time. This was a renewal. He already know what you look like. Y'all already got kids together.
When all this is said and done, you going to the same house.
Y'all going back home again.
You are already at
with the same person. With the same.
You already know where all your stuff is.
Oh.
Ain't nobody moving in.
They left the veil at the house, and somebody had to go back to the house to get it. And I'm sitting there like,
oh my goodness.
Y'all do know y'all already married. Y'all do know that we just reaffirming the vow.
This is literally ceremonial, right?
There's not going to be any surprise when the veil gets lifted. I mean,
unless her sister pops out, I don't know. So
it's Abraham all over again.
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
Long story short, A, don't pay a lot for your wedding, and 2, get it started on time. This has been your public service announcement from the fellas of Chop It Up. Speaking of other public service,
my God, yes.
If you happen to have highly confidential information, you happen to have information that, it may not be national security, but maybe it's information that you just don't need everybody knowing. Don't hide it in your bathroom. Don't put it in your at the banquet hall. It just in boxes all over for everybody to see. That will that you have and the things that you got as far as those documents that you want to hold secure to your heart, don't just post them up all over the place in your place of residence. Now, it may not be as detrimental to you, if it's just, your cable bill that you don't want everybody to see. But if it's national secrets, it might be a problem for you.
It might just be a problem.
Just a little. Have y'all read exactly what some of these documents are supposed to be?
Listen.
Like war plans.
Yes.
Like these things take years to come up with. Years.
Not to mention that the level of intelligence that it took to even bring the information needed to,
and the lives that were risked to bring some of that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the intelligence apparatus alone to even bring that stuff together.
It ain't like you can change your stuff on a dime. I mean, it ain't like, oh, we'll just scrap this and we got a new one over here. No.
So today he was actually arrested federally.
37 counts.
37 counts.
if you don't know what we're talking about, first of all, where have you been?
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Trump is at it again. He's back.
It blows my mind, man. It's
Yeah.
just it's crazy.
And the recordings of him snitching on himself. The recordings of him. Now I should have done this, but I didn't. And this is a secret, but look at this.
Right.
This is a secret. Check this out.
Right.
So now we've talked about this before. I don't think that he will spend a day in jail as far as federal penitentiary or anything of that nature. If he is convicted, which based upon that, if there's based upon the information that they have, and again, I believe that some of the information that they have, they even held back, because I was watching one report and they said, imagine the stuff that they could not mention.
Right.
Might be the stuff that they were like, look, we're not going to even bring this up in the indictments because this is so highly classified that to even mention it in an open court might open up other things, as far as people.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Bro. Yeah, man. The what was the show that had the president that actually got arrested? It was with, was it 24? 20?
I think 24 did have one where the president
24 where the president was arrested and was indicted and convicted, and they had him under house arrest.
Yes.
I could see, if they went that far, I could see that. I could see them confining him to, Mar-a-Lago or something like that. Yeah. But I hear you, Morris. But
yeah, but they're not going to do that for former president.
That former president is just there's only so far you can go with that.
Yeah, they're not going to put him in
damage. American reputation. It's just
because they're thinking about it. If it goes that far, that's on their minds that this has never been done before. I mean, I still think it's not going to happen, but if it does. Yep, there you go, Tarsha. They're not going to put him somewhere in a population with others. It's going to be secluded. It's going to be
stop now.
I don't disagree with you, but when you think about the people that they're not just thinking about Trump, they're thinking about, like Darian said, the perception of the US, the president, and they're trying to save face, or they're going to try to save face.
Yeah. And the truth of the matter is, if he's convicted, if he's convicted, we look like fools regardless.
Right, because that's the one that we put in office. What I mean collectively.
The United States, yeah. The collective process allowed for someone that has this level of character to be considered the leader of the free world at that point. So. Mr. Mitchell, good to see you, sir.
Because even if I'm on his Secret Service detail, I'll be like, look, I retire, and look, I don't want to be. I didn't do this so I could be in jail with you.
Right? Listen, I'm not going to these showers. I'm not going to Gen Pop. I'm not going to these showers.
Soap on a rope.
So my main thing is, it'll probably be, if he's convicted, it will probably be something along the lines of house arrest.
Yes,
but my thing also is that they need to cut off put him away where he gets maybe a phone call. Again,
don't let this man still have Twitter.
Exactly, no Twitter, no True Social, none of that. Right. Cut it up. Let his family have conversations with him if they want to. If Melania still wants to have visits with him, okay, but
please.
Exactly.
That's if they did anything like that, that's what I would see. I could see. Yeah, I can't. Again, this is a president. This is a president. It is an unprecedented scenario. He is an individual on a status. I promise you, there are folks locked in a room right now eating day old pizza, trying to figure out, okay, what's the best strategy to really handle all this to where there's dignity presented and yet punishment at the same time. Like, we take this seriously, but at the same time, we can't just reduce this man to commonality, because that again reflects on us as a nation. You know, so yeah, it's a conundrum.
It is.
You know, and then on top of that, you don't really have a whole lot of cooperation between departments still. You know, so
because
you got the
of that thought process, because of that.
And so you've got you got all these departments, Department of Justice, and you know, you got all these departments who do their job, you know, but with minimal cooperation and with minimal transparency. And so, this is you know, if we for a moment just take Trump and put him aside, whatever our opinion is about him, and really look at this situation. Yeah, man, honestly, I'm not trying to jump deep, but this deserves prayer for this nation. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, because even from the aspect of because I don't think we've seen the level of pushback that we will see once a trial starts. I think once a trial starts, you have everybody right now, because I don't know if you guys have heard, we've had folks calling for revolt, calling for violence, calling for, okay, it's on now, right? So I think that right now, I'm of the opinion that we could see some things begin to happen, especially as we get closer to a trial, right? Because
or if we even get there, to be honest.
True. Because this is unprecedented, and the sway that he has over people is mind-boggling and mind-blowing.
It's almost intoxicating for some. Like, they can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
And they are absolutely willing to pick up arms.
Right.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, we've already seen it. It's not like, will they do it? No, it's happened already. And we're not talking about it was some small town. We're talking Washington, D.C., and it was the capital. So it's been done.
So now
we can't sit back and say that, oh, well, they're not going to do something like that. They already have. It's already been done.
Yeah, how do we deter people from doing this? National security has been compromised. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'll just say that.
So this is going to be it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion. And I've said it before in this podcast.
We don't do those here. We don't do unpopular opinions at all.
But this may be more unpopular than before. And we've talked about it on this podcast before when that insurrection happened on January 6th. And I'll say it again. And I've had many conversations with people that are Trump supporters. And I said, if you go into our capital and you do something like that, you're putting lives in danger and you're armed, you need to get put down. That's just my opinion. And I'll stand by it. That right there, when you're trying to overthrow the process of our government, you come in armed and you're hurting people, you deserve to be put down. And here's the thing, I don't care who it is. That is not something that should be done. And if you don't stop it, it's only going to fuel the fire. So the question was, how do we keep this from happening again?
See,
either you're willing to give your life or you're not. Either you're all in or not. And if you are,
here's the challenge. It's the same challenge that we had even then. You know, it's one thing if a nation outside of, or even a well, let me not go there. If a nation outside of the United States does that, we know exactly how it's going down.
Exactly what's going to happen.
Listen, no mercy, no quarter.
Right.
Everybody laying down. Okay. So we know that. Like, we have no question about that. The challenge with this situation, though, is now you've got to deal with the beliefs, philosophies, and ideals of those who are supposed to be standing up to protect. which is to me what the problem with January 6th was. You didn't have unity, but with the guards and with security. You had some that was like, hey, come on through.
Yeah,
and you got others that was like, back it up
through, fellas. Yeah,
and then you got others that are like, back it up.
Bro, and so, remember, like, somebody got shot.
Yeah, a couple people. Yeah,
died because they were like, back it up now, and they didn't because they didn't think somebody was going to shoot.
Yep.
No,
and they did.
And they did. So that is again another challenge that we've got. Is like, man, if you've got people who have sworn to protect, take that type of an oath and that type of a job, but they believe in that man, there's no telling what you're going to get. Matter of fact, there may be some who are trying to get that post, trying to get that duty for that very reason.
Yes.
So, dude, this ain't no light thing.
No. This ain't the movies. This isn't Patriot games. This isn't Harrison Ford in a plane. No, this is real life. And here's the thing. You've got these same individuals that stick by the police, which I have nothing against the police. You got great police, you got bad police. So you got great doctors, bad doctors. But when you defend someone and say, well, that's their perception, they felt like their life was in danger and they pulled the trigger. It goes the same way for that. January 6th, any type of insurrection, or if they try to do it again, have that same mindset. I want you to say it with your chest then.
Same energy. Yep.
I need that same, and thank you, Kevin. I need that same energy.
Yep.
Because it's the same exact situation. It's no different. Whenever you feel that your life is in danger, and that's a perception, I can't judge that perception. Now, if it's covered in bias and prejudice, I don't know if it is or not, but a perception is a perception. I can't judge you on that. So if this happens again, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that they shouldn't have done that. They should have known better. No, because you didn't say it any other times when all these brown people were getting killed. You didn't say it then when these kids were getting shot.
You have to take into account what the actions that are causing someone to say that I'm in fear for my life, right? Because we see a wide-ranging use of that, where it's I'm for my life, and it's
as
like
an excuse. Yes,
they were walking down the street and they looked at you. No, the fact that you're breaking into the Capitol, the fact that you are pushing past barriers,
that's not a perception issue.
Warning you, then no, I am afraid for my life, and I will take it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. We're not talking about girls in a car driving up in a driveway and turning around and a dude on the porch shooting them and killing one of them. No, that's not fearing for your life. That's
even your actions, as the one that just happened in Florida, where the woman basically cussed out the little children, threw something and hit one of the child. The mother comes to the door and gets shot because the woman says, well, I was fearful for my life. No, you caused that, you started that, you initiated that. So now you can't say I was fearful for my life in that. Yeah, I think the only reason
I agree.
I agree.
And Morris, they're probably thinking about that. What are the ramifications? What's going to happen?
They can't just let him walk, though. Again, if he gets convicted, they can't just let him walk. So there is going to be some form. There has to be. There has some form of a lockup, even if, like I said, even if it's some type of compound house arrest. Because he's a former president, which at the end of the day, no matter what the form, it doesn't matter how light the punishment is. The idea of punishment is going to trigger people.
Right.
Period. So I can't imagine them be like, okay, we're gonna convict him, but we're gonna act as though nothing. And then that again, they may find a way to do that.
You never know.
That you never know. They may find a way. Is the sitting president the only governing body that has federal jurisdiction over pardons?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Can Congress vote that in?
No,
it's got to be the president.
You sure?
That's my understanding. I could be wrong.
The executive branch?
That's my understanding. I'd have to double check. Kev's looking now. He's on the hunt.
Yeah.
Because it's a good question though, Darren. But
if Congress or Senate has say or sway in, because again, we're dealing with something we've never dealt with before, and that is the criminal conviction of a president.
Congress cannot grant a pardon. That is an act of grace, which can only be performed by the president.
Okay.
So, and here's the thing: it is because it also comes down to if under which president is he going to be convicted, right? Because it could be that he could, because right now, Biden, I don't know that Biden would be well served.
Hadn't even thought about that.
By providing the pardon, right?
That's a good question.
If a pardon does not, or excuse me, Biden doesn't win in 2024, right? So
Right.
then as soon as if the conviction happens, let's say January 22nd, he could get convicted at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 9 o'clock that same morning, the new Republican president could say it's pardoned, right?
Yeah, that could easily
literally be his first act.
Right.
Literally be his first act.
Depending on the Republican president, though.
It's true too. That's
because he said a lot of junk about a lot of people.
Lindsey Graham would still do it, but he won't be president.
Oh, he won't be president. Oh, speaking of that, Trump actually spoke out against
Stitt.
Yes,
Governor Stitt, the governor of Oklahoma, which is funny to me. Stitt was looking at running. I thought he was still exploring.
And here's the thing: it wasn't that he necessarily said anything bad about Trump. He just said
he just supported DeSantis.
Yes, that's all he did. That is all he did. We need a change. That's literally it. And Kia was like, he really didn't say what he said. It doesn't matter. It's that he didn't support Trump. That's all it was.
Say Trump. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Exactly. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to.
Oh no, I wouldn't expect him either. No.
This is a mess.
But yeah,
this is a mess.
Tired just then. That was
this is a mess.
Exasperation. Yes.
Because you can't even for the sake of healing the nation think about this.
No, you can't.
Because of the public alliances that he's done and made with known enemies.
Yes.
Like, dude.
See, because I mean, if we compare this, let's say we look back to Nixon, right? And none of us were really around during Nixon, right?
No.
But when Nixon left, he did get pardoned, or basically it was kind of like but he never went to trial, right? So Nixon never went to trial.
Right.
But the stain on Nixon was so bad anyway that Nixon wasn't going to run again. Nixon could not do anything, because the entire country was like, no, we're not dealing with you. What we have now that makes this unique and makes this very different is that you have someone that has done all that he's done, and still a large percentage or large population still is like, well, he's the greatest thing ever.
He's still the GOP leader right now.
Yes. What does that say about the party?
He's got 54% of the support from the GOP right now. And what's different from last time is that he came into the race and there were so many others. He didn't come in with a lead. Now he is the GOP leader by the last poll that I saw.
How bad do you think things are? I think Trump would have to commit murder himself for them to consider it.
Yeah. And caught on video.
Or pedophilia.
Right. Well,
something egregious, something outrageous.
Well, you listen to the things about Epstein.
I'm just saying, if there was hard evidence, I'm not putting that out there. I'm not saying that he is. This is all hypothetical of what would make him go to prison. That's all. So, but yeah.
It would have to. I agree. It would have to be something like seriously outrageous, very egregious.
Yeah, something that people wouldn't be able to turn their heads.
For them to put him in prison, and you would have to have literally video it. You can't piece a case together. You gotta have hard picture, video,
no circumstantial evidence here. It's got to be concrete,
beyond a shadow of a doubt, much less.
It's got to be swimming with the fishes. Concrete. I mean, it's got to be the real deal.
Yeah,
you can't. Yeah.
So, because other than that, I just can't. I can't see them. And I've said this. We've said this about several things. We can't see him doing this. We can't see him doing that, and he's done it. So,
Right.
The idea. I still think the thought is going to transcend the person as to what to do with him, and they're going to have to think beyond who this man is and his personality and all of that stuff. This is still a former president.
Right.
We've got to be able to show that democracy works. We have to be able to show that, and that it's not in jeopardy because of the sway of one man.
Right.
So
exactly.
And I honestly feel like that's kind of the battle right now.
It is.
And Morris, here's the thing, because
now that level of treason, well, that's executionable.
You'd have to have solid, concrete proof that that's what happened. I mean,
man, that's firing squad though. That's not prison.
No,
that's not prison for the rest of your life, dude.
No,
that's
not.
Right.
That's crimes against the nation. That's
right.
The thing that they have been saying, I don't know if you guys remember, but shortly after Trump left office, there was, I think it was after he left office, but there was concern within the intelligence community that they were losing an abnormal amount of human assets, that different assets that they had in other countries, they were losing them at a far faster rate and a different rate than they normally would see.
When you say losing, do you mean being killed?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have to capture you.
No.
And then on top of that, if the country disavows you, we got you red-handed, but the country disavows you,
Yeah, if the countries we didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
What we throwing you in prison for?
Right. Yeah. There's no need to.
So there's that. There's also, and I think I brought this up before also, was that it was interesting that, if I remember correctly, the timing of this all, as far as the subpoena, or excuse me, the
raid,
raid was shortly after the Saudi Arabian golf tournament or something was held at one of his resorts.
Right.
So there's some things that are like, okay, again, we don't know for sure. We may never know, but there's something that's like the timing of things just seems very suspicious.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we talked about that. I don't disagree with that.
Listen.
Rapture
with the Lord.
Rapture. Let's go.
I know, right? Let's get out of here.
Lord, if we have everybody jump in church at the same time, can we just go ahead and jumpstart that right
now? Can we just
can we get an early check-in, please?
Listen.
Just real quick. I need an early check-in right now.
Oh, listen, Linda.
I know my reservation isn't up yet, but let's go.
Hey. So
I don't care what kind of angels I got to tip to get my bags, but let's go.
Let's go right now. All the white African angels to help us.
Oh, you're so childish.
No, because them jokers is manifested. Them jokers is manifested.
Yeah.
No, they manifesting as preachers. No, keep them jokers over there.
Right? Yes.
Let's. You talking about Lavoy or whatever his name is?
Lovey?
Yeah, Lovey.
He's not the only one.
Action.
He's not the only one.
Yeah.
Man, they're coming over here in droves, and they've been coming over here for the last 3-4 years. I'm like, this is weird.
This is a public service announcement from the church. There is no such thing as third eye Holy Ghost.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, so you mean there's no such thing as the Holy Spirit Ouija board? Which is a thing, by the way.
Not for the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't know have y'all seen that?
Yes.
I sent it to you. Yeah.
Oh, was that you that sent it to us?
That was me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
bro.
Thou shalt not pass. Thou shalt not pass.
You will not pass.
It still cracks me up. I'm like, is that a Lord of the Rings reference?
Yep,
bro.
Hold up.
So, for those that have not heard, there are some preachers that have been basically become very popular as far as like using social media, what have you, that are teaching a different gospel, a completely different gospel than the gospels that we have, and incorporating mysticism and incorporating all kinds of things into their teaching. And one of the things that has recently was like third eye guidance and what have you. And it's like, look, I'll say this: the first time I saw it, if you don't have the Holy Ghost, ask God for the Holy Ghost because He'll give you discernment.
Yes, He will.
Because the first time I saw Prophet Lavoy, whatever his name was, Prophet Lovey, yes. The first time I actually saw him, he actually was. It was a clip being shared by someone that I've known, and they were getting a word from this person, and something about it was like, I don't. I didn't even make it through the entire word. It was just something in my spirit was like, nah, that ain't it. And so I would see him occasionally. Never paid attention because one, I know, for me, everybody who preaches, I don't have to listen to, right? But then I started hearing this, and my wife came to me recently, was like, "Have you heard of him?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I started to see, okay, him, and then his person, Prophet Java or Passion, whatever his name is. So it's like a bunch of them. It's like, okay, if you have the Holy Ghost, if you have discernment, you'll be able to pick up on, nah, that ain't it.
See, here's the other challenge, and generation or two ago, you had to prove spiritual lineage. Somebody had to endorse you. That was endorsable.
Where did you
Where did you come from?
Right.
Who says that they had their hand on you? Right. And then now that we know who that is, are they respected? Are they respectable?
Right.
How far back can you trace your spiritual heritage, your spiritual lineage? And we've gotten to the point now where it's like, well, that's not even like thought of, like who's your leader, who's your pastor. I fear anyone. I don't give a flip where you come from. I fear anyone that does not have a pastor. Dude, if you don't have an overseer of some sort in your life, then no, man, nah, bro. Nah, bro. You are running dangerous, and been there, done that. I have argued the point. I have been the rebel. I have been the Mustang. I've been the Bronco. Been the whatever you want to call it. And have come against all this stuff. But thank God for wisdom. And thank God for Holy Spirit. That carves our flesh down to get some wisdom in our lives. The reality is we need each other, and we also need oversight.
Yes.
I don't know anybody that doesn't need oversight. I don't know anybody that doesn't need oversight.
There's not a single person.
And it's amazing. Not a single person. And it's amazing to me. Say again?
There's a check and balance for everybody.
Yes.
We've got it in society. We've got it in natural order of things. We got it in business. CEOs have bosses. People forget that. The guy that runs your company more than likely has a boss. They sit on a board and make decisions.
People don't want to admit it, Darian, but our human nature, how we're built, how we're made, our mindset, our body, who we are, the humanness of us craves accountability. It craves structure, and it also craves boundaries. We just kick against it. We just fight against it because we work better when it's not chaotic. You could take your house and I told it to the class, one of my classes today. I said, whenever your house is not in order, I mean, things are all over the place and you just forget about it or you don't think about it, it's still here in the back of your mind and you're always thinking about it. You're constantly thinking about it. Even when you're not thinking about it, you're thinking about it because your house is not in order. Things are not the way they're supposed to be. And when it comes to our lives and who we are, we need that same structure because we don't operate well in chaos. We may think that we do, but we don't.
Right.
And we need structure. We need accountability. We need guidelines. We need parameters because our lives function better that way. But for some reason, we believe the lie that, oh, I can do this on my own. I don't need accountability. I don't need anybody to be over me. I'm my own person. I can do what I want to do. And I can get on. I can do this by myself on my own. We've been sold that lie and we've sopped it up like a biscuit. And unfortunately, that is not what our society likes.
So one of the things going back to, you know, basically the subject matter that we're dealing with, if the gift that is standing in front of you if everything that they say, they reveal stuff, they're speaking these words of knowledge, not prophecy, because there's a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
But these words of knowledge, they're operating in that gift. That gift does not have to necessarily come from God. But here's my point.
You're right.
If at the end of it, it doesn't cause you to long for and seek after Christ,
right?
I don't give a flip what he told you's coming.
Exactly.
I don't care how many cars, how many houses, how many millions. Seriously, it doesn't matter.
Right.
If you don't walk away wanting more of God,
yes,
dude, run for your life because that's the end result. It's supposed to provoke a seek in you, not fulfill the lust and desires of your own heart. That was never the intention.
Right.
Never the intention. And everything that I keep seeing from a lot of these guys is they say stuff and reveal stuff that folks know. There's no way in the world you would know that. You can tell by their reactions and their responses. Wow. And so immediately they're open. Whatever you say next, I'm gonna swallow hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
And it always drives them back to their own desires and their own wants. That's Kevin. That's the thing that's probably making you go,
yeah.
Where God in this?
Right.
Because listen, one, familiar spirits are a thing. All right.
Yes,
secondly, and Darren, you kind of touched on this. I believe that everyone is born. I believe everyone is born with the gift that God wants for them. It's just a matter of which team are you playing for, right? Because the difference between a prophet of God and a seer of the enemy is simply where they're getting their information from.
You're exactly right.
Whatever river you're tapped into is where you're going to get, because what's happening in the spirit realm, there are some things that the enemy can see. There's some things that he can't see.
Exactly.
There's some things that are, if there's things that are assigned to your family bloodline, then yes, they're going to tell you your mama did this, your daddy did this, and what have you. And you're going to think that it's from God, and it's not from God.
That's right.
They just stood there and watched it.
Exactly. They watched it unfold. That's all.
Yeah, they provoked it. Yeah.
Right.
So they come back to you 30 years later. Yeah, let me tell you exactly what happened, where it happened, when it happened, who it happened to.
Right.
Yeah, I was there.
Right.
I did it.
Right. Of course. But they're not going to say that though. Yeah.
Right. Because it's just a matter of what team. The fact that to put it in sports, right? You can have a player who is very skilled. It's just a matter of what team they're playing for. And sometimes because they're playing for your team, you root for them. When they're playing for the other team, you don't root for them, right? Same thing in the spirit realm. You have those that will come and they will play. They're playing, if you will, for the other team,
right?
And that's where they're getting their source from. That's where they're getting their information.
Can I segue for just a second?
Go ahead,
Kevin. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
The same thing. I knew for sure.
Listen.
Hey, bro.
I'm so impressed.
I was ready. Dude, I was ready. Kev, I'm proud of you, dog.
Bro.
You had the chance.
No, I did.
Chance.
But I'm not going to do what all of Twitter and all of social media did after the Nuggets won their championship last night.
What, hop on the Nuggets bandwagon?
No, they started talking about some player.
Oh, they trolled him. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
They basically if you notice on social media today, it's been, the Nuggets won last night. Congratulations to them. They did something that the Denver team has never done, right?
They've never done before, right?
They've won their first championship for that city in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of social media was talking about he who will not be named. A lot of social media was talking about that player who is very familiar with brooms and sweeps right now, who wasn't there. So I'm not going to give him any more publicity because he wasn't there. I want to celebrate Jokic. I want to celebrate Jamal Murray, who balled out. Celebrate Gordon.
He did.
Right? Those are who we celebrate right now because they actually balled out. They won the championship. They got the chip.
They did. So
Jimmy
is that
and his team? And then I'll give credit to Jimmy Butler, who really took a bunch of
nobodies,
right? Struss, an old Kyle Lowry, and got to the NBA Finals. So if we're going to talk about somebody other than the Nuggets, we'll talk about them.
Right. And as we should. I mean, the man's not in the finals. Talk about the team that won. That's what you should be doing.
You're on a banana boat somewhere.
Yeah. So the question is Jokic the next Duncan?
I don't know about that. I think Jokic brings something that Jokic is unique for this era in that he doesn't look like he should be what he's doing, but he's doing it well.
Tim Duncan was the same way.
But Tim Duncan had no personality with anything he does. Jokic at least has got some personality.
You know what he does? He is pretty dry though. That team, the Nuggets, it's a pretty dry team. They remind me of the Spurs. I'm not gonna lie. Watching them is they're not as fundamentally. And it's not taking away what they've done.
Block and tackle.
They're the best team in the league.
Though.
Yeah.
San Antonio was like watching like 1965 NBA.
Underhanded free throws.
Right. It was like George Mikan would fit on that team perfectly.
Kid, it wasn't that bad, bro.
It wasn't that bad, but they were some boring winners, man. They were some boring winners.
Listen, their uniforms.
They won though. Right? They won.
But hear me, their uniforms were black and white and gray, right? So it was like you were watching half color TV and half black and white TV. That's what they gave me the impression of.
They got the cameraman doing
fundamentals. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, that team, here's the deal. Plain and simple. That team, that San Antonio Spurs, they did what they did because they literally knew exactly where to place their feet on the court. Okay, it's going to be at the 90-degree angle.
Yep.
Right.
And turn and pass.
They had the parquet memorized, bro. Hey, I'm gonna go to the block on the third slat. When I get to the fifth, pass it to me, and I'll they
were methodical.
Bounce pass.
They were, and they won. I mean,
and they won.
You got to give it to them. They won. Multiple.
Yeah. It was methodical. It was systematic, and they won. So yeah, but I'm sorry, they were the most boring winners I've ever seen. Like I literally would watch half their game and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't do it. I'm done.
Yep. Right.
I'm done. Y'all just wow. And the players were individually were amazing. They had an amazing squad individually, but when it came to execution,
yeah.
I'm gonna take a nap. Who y'all watching? San Antonio. We finna go to sleep, man.
So the other thing that makes Jokic
pop in the movie.
The other thing that makes Jokic interesting in this era, though, is that
I just dated myself. I said pop in a movie.
Ooh.
Boy.
Oh, I didn't. Here's the problem. We didn't catch it.
It was just
because it was normal. Well, you know how long it's been since I popped in a movie in anything? Listen, it's been a while.
I just navigate.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast of Three Grumpy Old Men.
Hey, guess what? I'm okay with that. My insurance is cheaper. Hey, I'm all right with that. I am okay with that statement, Darian.
Discounts and free breakfast. Let's go.
Yes.
Yep.
Ain't no shame in my game whatsoever.
Movie tickets is cheaper. Whatever.
Hey, Tarsha, I ain't that much older than you. I ain't trying to put your business out there, but I ain't that much older than you now. Come on now. Let's not get it twisted.
I will point out I am the baby of the group.
He just had to go there.
I'm just saying.
Yes, you are, sir.
Yes, you are. Not by much, but yes, you are.
Enough.
Yeah, there we go, getting technical and analytical now. All right.
Who you talking to?
Right? We're all in the same decade. Don't get it twisted.
Barely.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, barely. Yeah, probably. That's what I keep telling kids. I was born in the 70s. No, you weren't. I'm like, you were born at 11:59, 1979, right at the stroke of midnight almost. Lord. It was the 70s. You don't count.
Mm-mm.
And I know I'm going to get in trouble. That's okay, though. I already know I'm going to get in trouble. But I've said this to her already.
Generation
do not count.
No.
I said the other day to her, "Oh, you're an 80s baby." The look and the daggers that I got. She wants to hold on to the 70s so bad. I'll give it to her.
You on the tail end. You on the tail end of them jokes.
Right at the end. Hold on.
Tail end.
I made it.
Okay. Keep that same energy, Tarsha.
Okay, everybody, that's it for Chop It Up. We will maybe see you all next week.
Because she just got back from the gym not too long ago. So if y'all see me go off the air really soon.
Hey, don't be like that girl at McDonald's that got hit by the what was it? Was it the ice machine? They threw something at her. It was a toaster or something. She threw food. I forgot what it was. What did she get hit by, Darian?
I don't remember. It was a machine. They knocked her smooth out.
Dude, they were no line with it, bro. They were precise.
They knocked her smooth out. Like go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep.
Blender.
Blender. Okay.
Yes. Hey, she messed around and
you found out.
Yes.
You knew Morris was going to know exactly
Morris
what somebody got knocked out by.
Hey, Morris is our resident investigator because he already knows he doesn't have to investigate. He doesn't find it. He knows it already. So we just wait for Morris to tell us what the truth is.
And Blender. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the last thing.
Whole blender, bro. Do you know how
industrial?
No, we're not talking some Oster blender from your kitchen. No, we're talking the ones that got the base. Yeah, Tarsha, go look it up. The base is blender.
And if I'm not mistaken, they caught the arms as it's flying. Like they're literally doing two arms.
It was like a shot put. Whoosh. There, you have to. As heavy as those things are, you're not going to pick it up. Hey, you got to heave that joke. And here's the thing. I do not see that coming.
How mad you got to be to fling that?
How is that the first thing?
Yes, sir.
That's what I want to know. They sitting back. Somebody pissing me off. I'm throwing the blender. Watch me. I'm throwing the blender next time.
The blender yanking stuff out the wall. Sit down somewhere.
Hey, that's probably why the ice cream machine never works. They keep throwing them at folks. But 90% of the McDonald's, our ice cream maker never works, and I don't know why.
Never.
The shake machine is down. What? Seriously?
They just don't want to clean it.
Again, that's what it is. That's what it is. That junk is a beast to clean.
All that innovation, all these years of innovation and technology, you did all this stuff, and y'all ain't never upgraded your ice cream machine or your shake machine.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Ray Kroc selling shake machines when he discovered the McDonald's brothers?
Oh, I don't know. Was he?
I can't remember.
I believe he was.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah.
That makes it even worse.
If I'm not mistaken, he was selling shake machines when he stumbled onto the McDonald's brothers and saw their systematic process, and he bought their system, and the rest is history.
And now you know the rest of the story.
The rest of the story. You about to go into something else real quick, Kev?
Yeah, real quick, because we're nearing the end of our time. So rumor has it that Tyler Perry may be in the process of purchasing BET and VH1.
See, I didn't know the VH1 part. I knew the BET part, but not the VH1 part.
Which means
so Viacom owns them as well?
Yes. Because Viacom is the same company that owns, because actually it's Paramount now. So they own CBS, MTV, VH1, and BET. Because if I remember correctly, when Viacom purchased it, and then Viacom came under Paramount. So that's like all of that, right?
Right.
And of course, there was concern and discussion when BET was first bought by Viacom, now Paramount, just because it was losing its authenticity, for what some people felt, because it was not Black owned, right? But can we be honest? It's been the same kind of stuff.
Listen,
upgraded.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. All right.
So if
to
we
me, Black Entertainment Television, even the name itself screams that we should be doing more, should have been doing more, a more well-rounded approach to the expression of the culture in arts. And for whatever reason, no. And I'm like, I'm not trying to, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, which I don't see anything wrong with an all Black opera or of course, movies and musicals and debates and discuss just everything that makes us who we are.
Can we have news? Could
that'll be nice.
Because right now, all I got is Roland Martin.
We can definitely get commentary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, there's a whole lot that we can do with that. Hey,
Dark and BET Uncut.
Listen, what these days is there a difference?
No, there isn't. There is not at all.
What? No. It's in the day it's pixelated, and at night it's not. Help me understand.
Dude, I forgot about that pixelated stuff. Dude, as a kid, we're like, did you see that? No, I ain't see that. What was?
Mm-hmm.
you gotta make out, try and figure out the distinction, which square was what.
Oh, and then you be in your room and be like, was that mama? No, that wasn't your mama.
Right, oh, dude, you jumping up every 30 seconds. Oh, okay.
Because you didn't have a remote control, you actually had to turn the channel.
You literally had to get up out of the chair and turn the TV. Yes. Yeah. There was no remote control. And then you gotta be like, there was no quiet way to do it.
But if you did happen to have a cable box, you still had to push the buttons on top.
The buttons, yes, the big old box with the buttons, yes. There was no silent way to do it whatsoever. None.
And you did your best, like,
hey man, put a pillow over it.
Ooh, put a pillow over it when you do it.
I'm telling my business right now. Put a pillow over it.
Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. Anybody, I promise you, anybody 40 and under is like, what?
Wait, say what? And then the box had a cord going to the
had a
TV.
Cord, long cord. Like, why do you need a cord that goes all the way to the back bedroom? The TV ain't going nowhere. It's long, 30-foot cord.
It was just like their telephones. Dude, cord for days. Why do we need 100-foot cord on the telephone?
Listen, my dad had we had the cord that went from the wall to like this real thing that you could let out more cord in case you need to move the TV into one of the other rooms.
What?
So yeah.
Wow.
So, wait. And I promise you, he was like, we got the latest and greatest.
Listen.
So we can move this anywhere we want to move.
We can move it outside on the porch.
So you on the phone like this, letting out more wire so you can go to your room on the phone. Listen.
Hey, Moore's talking about trade secrets. My mom and dad, I don't know why they thought of this, but it was genius. They had a telephone installed in the bathroom. Bro, 1600 Southgate Drive, bro. And guess what? That joke got used. You know why? You go to the bathroom, what happens? The phone rings.
Oh my goodness.
They were
right on the wall, bro.
They were ahead of the curve.
Listen.
Hey, we're way ahead of the curve. We're way ahead of the curve. Talking on the phone in the bathroom was nothing to me. Hey,
excuse me. Listen.
Like,
one place I'm not about to pick up the phone. I don't care what I'm doing in there. I can be cleaning. Listen, the one place in my house I am never picking up my phone.
Hey, we didn't. We're like, was that a flush? Nah, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you in the bathroom? No, I ain't in the bathroom. We good.
Right, but you hear the echo. Because the sound is pinging off of everything. All the
bouncing off of everything. Bro, you sound like you're in the bathroom.
You sound like you're in the bathroom, bro. Nah, man, I'm good.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was convenient as all get out. I'm not gonna lie. It was fantastic. There's no shame in my game at all. It was amazing.
Obviously, no shame.
It was great. Especially in days when mama gave me a laxative the night before, the Saturday morning.
All right. Listen. All right. So end of our time
Ladies
today.
And gentlemen, thank you so much for visiting with us.
Hey, Ken, that's what we're going over. This is overtime. This is extra. So this ain't my fault. This is Chop It Up After Dark.
Okay.
So it's on you, bro.
And with
this is Chop It Up After Decorum. Chop It Up After Decency.
Hey, there's no difference. Trump, bathroom. There's no difference in the two. So, I mean, constantly. Yes, constantly. Yes. Hey, if you know my mama, yes, things got cleaned all the time, Morris. Yes.
These are things to know now.
Oh, here. Hey, Kia just found out. You see it. She literally that was a piece of tidbit. She had no idea. Hey, baby, remember, no take backs. It's a wrap now. I ain't going nowhere. So
she like, I ain't walked down a while yet. Hold up now.
We just put a deposit on the place. We ain't
right. Listen, Linda. You gave me a good reminder that this may be worth it, but hold up now. We ain't starting to go on the dotted line just.
You know what? Now I'm thinking about it now. So
I may have to go to a Drake concert now.
You might have just done that for yourself. While eating chocolate ice cream. Yes.
Oh no, that's not going to happen. I can say that right now. I don't need to be leaving this world in a rocket ship after eating ice cream. That's not going to happen.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Got it.
Where's the red flag?
Is it? Yes.
Yes.
All right, look, that's it. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, make sure if you have not already, go over to the YouTube channel.
Yes, click that.
Sure, because we'll be moving over there pretty quickly, or soon, I should say. But make sure that way you can kind of stay up to date on everything that we're doing with Chop It Up. Appreciate you all. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.